All right, Hog Nation, welcome back to Media Day 2025. Javelina Sports is here, and we have volleyball present. Ladies, who we got?
Coach Yliana Castillo-Flores, Criselda Tapia, and Gabriela Tapia.
Welcome to the Other Guys Sports Show, and again to Hog Nation out there. They're excited about volleyball, Coach.
Yes,
It's just a great time of the year, Coach. I know that you guys have already started actually playing games.
Yes, first scrimmage was yesterday.
First scrimmage was yesterday. Who'd y'all go against?
We played Eagle Pass High School, CC Win, Carrizo, and Uvalde.
Wow.
How does it look? How does the team look?
Oh, it looks great. We've been rolling through the summer. It's been really, really good. Now we get to kind of have a little more hands-on with who goes where and what rotations we're going to use, and hopefully stretch the game a little bit more. We're hoping to, create more opportunities for our offense. So that's what we're going to be focusing on.
So let me ask you this, Coach. Right now, I know it's the beginning, but you're still trying to find that rotation that you're talking about. Now, having all these players there, is it hard decisions?
I think we have a core of the players that have the biggest responsibility, and that doesn't change in terms of them being on the floor. It's just finding out where we're going to complement each other,
right?
Because we are
their strengths and
yes. Like and really, it all depends. Like if we're playing a team that has a big hitter, then that's going to call for blocking personnel to be different,
more defense,
right? Defenders to be in different spots. If we're playing a weaker team where we can do a little more, then we might, try other lineups or maybe even give ourselves a different opportunity. Serve receive wise, defensive wise. Even serving at the serving line. Like we want to be able to grow the kids. We've got our core key players that I think are situated in the best spot right now, and then what we're going to complement with that is going to be what we have to work with.
Let me ask you, you have some key players. So how do you introduce maybe new players in there? Is that the balance when you bring them in, or how do you pull them out? Or
the special thing about the biggest thing about this group is that they're all returners. All nine are returning players. So we're gonna, we had the option of either picking up some players and filling in the few spots that we had open from the graduating seniors last year, or sticking with these core nine. So we've decided for now to stick with the nine and figure out where they're going to be best placed. So and like I said, it depends on the personnel. Who do we have in the front row? Do we need blocking or do we need defense?
Right.
Okay, this kid is better at the defense. We're going to go with this person. This person is better with the blocking. We're going to need to put her here.
Right.
And so really, and that's what's great about the team is that we do have those options, and they step up to it really, really good in terms of even my key players, like I can at any point I can say, I need you to go middle, I need you to go outside, I need you to go block on the right side because
the
they've got a big
versatility is
the
key.
versatility is amazing, and they do such a great job of just doing what we ask them to do, which is a plus for us.
Right.
What about, have you seen growth? Maybe the growth from last year to this year, or is it too early to tell?
No. We've seen some growth even through the summer. What's so funny, that you asked that. We played in a league in Dilley in June. And we went to, after the games, my family and I went to go eat at Dairy Queen, and a baseball coach comes to speak to Jesse, and he's like, I heard y'all have a new player. I heard y'all got a lefty. Like, where did she come from? And it's like, she's one of our freshmen from last year, but she's grown so much through the spring, through our off-season stuff that we were doing in the spring.
I see.
And then through the summer, when they were playing and everything, that she's shining. She was shining, especially that night. She did such a great job that they thought she was a transfer.
Yeah.
So it's cool that you asked that, and it's cool that we've seen that.
Right.
And I think across the board, all of the girls have gotten so much better, and they've worked so hard.
Right.
With camps and with leagues and with playing club and all of those in training. Yeah, they've done a great job. So
they've been really dedicated to the training from.
Yes.
Oh wow! So it never ends, really.
Right.
It never ends,
Right.
and I'm sure you know about that. Your mom put you in a lot of leagues. So now, as a coach, what do you have that perspective now as seeing these players and bringing them up? How are you liking it? How are you enjoying it now?
I love it because I can see both sides, and it's cool from this side. There are so many things that I never thought of that were going on that I
Now
had
you
no
see
idea.
your mom's perspective.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I see both of them. Like, they both handled it with so much grace. Like, I would have never guessed that it took this much work.
Right.
It's been
right.
awesome.
So you now have that two different views as the player that you were and now as a coach. Wow.
It's
that's
just such a good understanding, and then it's even more easier to help these girls figure it out, too.
right. Wow. That's awesome, man. That's great.
I'm just excited for this season because I've seen you guys grow since 3-4 years. Your program has been getting better. These girls have been playing ultimate level. I think last year we could have gone farther. I think these girls really
yeah.
they've gotten together. I feel like they're gonna do better this year.
So let me ask. I'm sorry, let me ask you this, Coach. Now I know the season's long. It's a long season for volleyball because you play twice a week, and sometimes you do tournaments. How do you balance that? Keeping your players not overworked, and do you substitute a lot on those different tournaments and stuff like that?
With being 9, it's they've got their the expectation, right? They've got their role to play. I think for those tournaments, there's going to be a couple of girls we're going to see in certain situations. We're going to bring up. Right now I'm looking at maybe 2 or 3 girls that we're going to maybe suit out for our tournaments just to kind of see how they fit. I also would like to see how our varsity, helps them grow too,
Right.
Because that's part of it. And just being able to put the best 6 out on the floor at all times, You never know what you're going to be faced with. You don't know. Maybe there's an illness, maybe there's an injury, maybe there's even expectations in terms of the team
Sure.
not being met, where we're going to have to make judgment calls as coaches and do what's best for the team.
Sure.
And if we need to do that, we've got to have those backup people ready to go and fill in where needed. And there isn't much time for a break.
No.
But like I said, what we've done so far, they've handled really, really
Right.
well. It's
And
been
you
good.
kind of want to get them right at time by district.
Yes.
That's want
Yes.
them peaking at that point where
Right.
they're working together. It's kind of like a sync. They're in sync.
To be honest with what they've done so far, because most of them played in the club on the club team, so they've been playing since January. We did have where we worked with them in the spring. Everybody's been there. They played through that league in June, and then we have like an area league where we go and we travel and we play at different cities. They've all been really involved. So
Sure.
I think that's the plus for us, is that this core group has been together. It's who we've got. It's our 9 that we're, this is who we're putting our cards on.
Right.
And now we grow,
Yeah.
And that's what the message is, You have all of these tools in your toolbox. What more can we add there, If something's lost or something's missing or something can be worked on, then let's do that and add to it. So that it's a great place to be, where we can add things instead of build things,
Right. Yeah, that's awesome.
Let me ask. I think kind of the theme of equipment. One of the questions that I have is that I've been seeing volleyball for a while already, and I noticed that some players have knee pads. Or are they mandatory, or how is that optional on the players? Or how does that work?
There are some teams who, there are some coaches who don't want their kids using their knee pads. They want their feet to the ball.
Okay.
So there's some coaches who
Don't believe in that.
Yeah, they don't believe in it. Now I feel like it's something we need. Like I don't want diving to be a barrier. We got to go, and so we try to suit our kids out in the best that we can. I think the biggest question for us now is ankle braces. The ankle braces that we have are old, but we're fortunate that we just placed
Nice.
an order for those, and now we're going to be able to have more of our girls ready in the gear that they need. But I think equipment wise, it's minimal.
Sure.
What we need, but I think right now we're good with what we.
Let me ask something else. Last year I saw those nice leggings the girls have. They look sharp.
They do.
Is that or how does that kind of is that something new or can you add a little bit to that?
Just a few years ago, they started allowing players to wear the long tights. It used to be exceptions, like for religious purposes. Girls
Right.
you should show their legs or whatever. I'm talking maybe 5-6 years ago. But I'd say within the last 3-4 years, I think the game is growing so much that they're trying to tailor it to like the collegiate level and the national rules and what they're doing, guidelines. And so as they stretch things, it's trickling down to high school now, and we're able to do it. Right now, it's an option, right? The girls can wear a short tight, or they can wear a legging. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, but we do want to suit them out the same, right? So
uniform.
But I think it's beneficial because now the floor burns are less, and
Yes,
because it does happen,
And choices, that's choices. And I think
Yes.
it's like we're more comfortable. And I saw that, and I wanted to bring it up. So, yeah, they look sharp.
I mean, they have no excuse now not to hustle. So.
Right.
It's true.
That's the coach's perspective.
That's right. That's his perspective. Well, let me ask you this, Coach. Great varsity team and high school level, but now junior high as well. A lot of participation as well. That's where you get a lot of your feeding from. So what do you see in junior high right now? Is it getting that much popular, or getting more popular?
I think coming in like 6th to 7th graders, they want to try everything. So that's a good thing. We got to make sure that we have enough staff there to build them and show them the correct way, the foundation, because the foundation is very important once you get up here. Right now, we're having to help the freshmen learn their transitions and their rotations because they don't always necessarily use that at junior high.
Right.
But it's a good, they love to experiment over there, and they want to try everything. So
Sure.
I think it's going great over there. You were there last year. So were there a lot of girls?
There were a lot of
Right?
girls,
Right.
and I feel like now that there's a club locally, there are a lot of kids who they've played club, and then coming to the games and seeing these girls play. Like, of course, you
Right.
see them and you're like, oh, I want to do that. So it opens that door for
And
them.
then the camp that we just had, there
Yes,
was a
I
lot
was
of
gonna
girls.
bring it up. So how was the camp all around?
We had 52 or 54 girls. It's so awesome because they look up to our older girls. We try to, teach them as best we can.
Sure.
It was great in running the camp, the talent we have. We have a lot
that's
of
great.
talent, a lot of kids who pick up things really, really well. It was really cool. And,
That's nice.
and we were able to do a lot with that group and try to, grow the sport.
Sure.
Because it's not easy to come out and, pick up a volleyball game.
And not only that, when they're coached properly as well, on their basics that you were saying, now they understand why they got to do something, why this has to happen, instead of just going out there and trying to, just hit the ball and keep it alive. Now you get your basics done. And then, of course, you might lose some kids, but at the same time, you're going to get a bunch of other kids that are really going to be dedicated to it. And that's where you get your feed off from getting high school girls like these.
Definitely.
So during the camps that your athletes participated also in helping up some of the young ones?
They do.
How did you see the interaction with the?
It's great to see them understand what we go through.
Yes, it's exactly what I'm going at.
That's the best part. And then it's also really cool to watch them. Hey, did you see this kid? Like, she's awesome, and she really hustles.
Or scouting them, yeah.
Right.
Right away they're like, oh, this one's gonna be good, and that sort of thing. It's really cool.
That's cool.
That's awesome. Well, I'm excited.
Yes.
And, like I said, it's Fridays and football's Friday. So again, if out there anybody's willing to help us out, the Other Guys Sports Show, we would love to show the volleyball live.
I saw the schedule. I'm circling that game of Carrizo.
Yeah.
Isn't it this week or next week? Something like that, right?
We play here Tuesday.
Okay.
We've got a dual match. We play San Agustin and Carrizo. We'll play San
Here.
Agustin at 3:30, and then the Carrizo game is set up, I think, 6 or 6:30.
I think so too.
It's always a great matchup. It's always, the teams always step up a little bit.
Of course.
Work a little bit
Of course.
harder.
They know each other. They
Yes,
love
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
But
Well, they're in the
it's
same
always great
camps
competition.
and
Yes.
all the same leagues or whatever, right?
Right.
That's awesome.
It's always fun.
Yeah,
always-
Bobby.
I'm excited.
No.
That's right. Well, thank you very much, coaches, for stopping by the Other Guys Sports Show, giving us a lot of information, especially Hog Nation wants to
Appreciate
know
it.
all these thousands of people that are going to watch this. They're already ready. They're already got, people are like, come on, when is your first podcast? Well, no, we need to gather all these information before we go on. But thank you for joining us. You guys are doing a great
Yes.
job. And like I said, from what I hear,
I'm
it's
looking
gonna be-
for it.
Yeah, it's going to be
I'm
one
looking
of
forward
those
for
good
season.
years.
We need to bring David in.
Yeah.
And,
I agree.
Yes.
You need to come witness it. It's awesome.
It is intense.
I
Yes.
want to bring my daughter, Mandy. I think she's going
My
to enjoy.
favorite is the fans. The fans are awesome. We have great.
You got
fans.
plenty of
Yes,
those. You
yes.
got plenty of
That's-
those.
it's
Let me
awesome
tell
to
you.
watch.
Let me tell you a lot of those.
And I do like it when the football players come in.
Oh yeah.
They add a lot of energy
They
to the
make it
crowd.
fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do make it fun.
And that's good. Both students are supporting each other, which is great to see.
Yeah. Right.
You love to see it. But thank you very much, coaches. Good luck this year, and we will see you on the court.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you
Hog
very much.
Nation, we'll be right back with other interviews coming up with volleyball players. Thank you.